Hello, my name is Robert Körner. I'm an architecture student from the Technical University in Vienna and currently studying in Romania. Seeing these different realities combined with my background in social work, I became more and more interested in the topic of spatial justice and the lived environment. By this, we organized together with a group of different students and walked through the city and visited, discussed and reflected on different sites and on different topics. And I think this workshop is not only interesting for those who were participating, because living in a city, I think all of us experienced not be able to take part in some of these offers. And unfortunately, some of us experience this even more than other ones. So in the following, I try to reflect on 3 of our main takeaways, and maybe it will change the way of how you will see the city in the future, how you will see your own city in the future. Starting with housing, we visited various projects. 3 of them were Karl Marxhof, a housing project from the Red Vienna, which has about 1,350 units. And also initiiert mittendrin was one of them, which is a co-housing project combining former homeless people, refugees and students living together. And the third one was Sargfabrik, a former coffin factory, which is now reused as a co-housing project. Taking a closer look in one of them, we will see initiiert mittendrin. Initiiert mittendrin is a great example for accessibility for vulnerable groups which are normally left out in the planning, and also for opening up to the society and opening up to the public with a great variety of common spaces, events, and a really complex system within it. But having 40% of common space and an internal system of volunteers and social workers, it may be really well as a distributor and connector within the city, but maybe not as a solution to the massive housing crisis, which is right now in the global world. So thinking about common space and about public space, it's also important to really be sure that more common space also means more costs, and also the affordability for some groups are going down. Even though it's a balance in between. I think public space and common space is really important, but you have to balance. It's still sustainable and long-term viable for the people living in it. The second one was the cultural spaces which we visited. By this we went to Kreativ-Cluster in Margareten. It's an inner district in Vienna, and it hosts about 140 cultural actors within it. Serving as this cultural hub is a great example for affordable workspace, for a lot of activities which are normally, and events which are normally not in this area because it's too expensive for a lot of artists or a lot of cultural actors. By this we try to think about cultural offer in the city. And we came to the point that it's really important to have a more sensitive and more that you adapt the cultural offer more to the local context. That in some areas or in some countries, maybe arts, it's not the most visited or most well-known cultural tool, but maybe it's sports. So try to really think about the context and really think about the people living within it, to fit more the cultural offer to the people. And finally, one of our main takeaways was switching perspectives. Maybe you cannot always bring justice to every space, but it's important to be aware of it. And then try to take a closer look to those who are normally left out in the process, who are normally not receiving the most offers within the city. Switching perspectives to them It's a really important point. And finally, and in conclusion, by understanding the city, it's really important to understand the citizens. Thank you. I hope I transferred a bit of this knowledge to you. And if you're interested, just check our website.